Crystal Dunn and Joanna Lohman will get us underway here at the Maryland Soccerplex. Nairn going left for Reynolds. Nairn making the near post run marked by Io. 4 Spirit players at the far post. Salem chooses to go long. Good ball towards the far post. Headed on frame and headed off the line. Nice job there from Taylor Comeau to save a goal, and the Spirit will do it again. Del Rio. Now Reynolds. Ball into space. Lohman is onside. Gets a step on Williamson. Lohman at the top of the 18 takes a shot and saved by Betos. Betos did well to cut down that angle. Long. Outside of the football for Io, who is onside. Io in the box, tucking it by Kelsey Weiss. And the Portland Thorns have taken the lead in the 18th minute. Nice finish, nice pass.
Absolutely, and kudos to Io for just continuing with the play. Oyster stopped, raised her hand, thought she was offsides, but what a great finish by Io.
First goal stateside for the Equatorial Guinea International. Everybody in black behind the ball. Nairn will hit it on goal and force a leaping catch for Michelle Betos. Nairn, good turn there to lose Zerboni, and now dump it into space, getting a piece of it, and now a chance for DaCosta, the chip over the keeper. Betos has her hand up, but all the referee does with his hand is point to the center circle.
Right.
We're tied at 1.
Absolutely, and I actually thought it was offsides, and you see Allie Long yelling at the official. You kind of have to wonder if he doesn't have great vision with the sun in his eyes right now. I was just thinking that prior to that goal, but you know what? Kudos to the Spirit for taking advantage of that ball.
Well, and the deflection by Kat Williamson would have reset things, and I think that definitely would have put a Spirit player offside.
Yeah, sure.
Betos, who couldn't have done anything with DaCosta's finish, but makes a mistake there, and Crystal Dunn says, thank you very much, 2-1.
Right, I mean, you never want to do that. It's so unfortunate. You know, they've done just so many good things. Betos has done so many good things. Just an unfortunate touch, and then she slips, and Crystal Dunn just sweeps it right up and puts it in, buries it into the back of the net.
Crystal Dunn now moving to sole possession of first place in the league with her 6th goal. She now has a goal and an assist in 7 matches in a row. Shim chipping it forward. Io will fight against Whitney Church on that far side. Touch it into space now. Early cross, knocked in towards Haycock. Wins the 50-50 header. Second header now, and a free shot from Farley, and a great save from Kelsey Weiss. Best spell from Portland, though, since their goal right there. Sinead Farley involved quite a bit. Here's Crystal Dunn against Williamson. Dunn in the box, splits the defenders. Dunn with the shot towards the near post, and Betos makes the save.
Sometimes the shots that Dunn gets off, you wonder how she even does. She had 2 to 3 players around her at that point.
There's that spacing you were talking about, Danielle. Lots of options that are open for the Spirit right now. Lohman. Del Rio. Good turn from Laura Del Rio. Now she can chase and attack and take the shot and force a good save from Betos. Rebound loose, and Betos will beat Lohman to that one. Underway here, Portland attacking from right to left towards the scoreboard end in the second half, and it looks like Io will be the new forward after moving from a wide position. Now Io will turn forward. Goal score for Portland dispossessed by Christine Nairn. Now Sam with a good ball right for DaCosta. Dunn making the run off her shoulder. It is played for Crystal Dunn. Nice touch by Williamson. Dunn in the box on the right side. Crossing it deflected and goes off the post. DaCosta dumping it into space for Crystal Dunn. Bit of a heavy touch there, but she still keeps going. Dunn cutting back at the edge of the 18. 1-on-4, and finally gets blocked by Van Hollenbeck and will knuckle out for a corner. Church, Salem, into space now for Dunn again. Against Mingus. First time cross for Lohman, and again, a good spot there from Betos to come off her line and make the catch just at the edge of her 6. Back again for Sinead Farley. Into space now. A good ball and a tangle here at the box, and a late whistle does go against Estelle Johnson as Allie Long goes down right at the edge of the 18 inside the D. Chance from Shim is a good one and just inches wide. Jackson with the steal as Dunn is walking back towards midfield. Chance now with Shim on her left, but Oyster steps and does a huge favor there for her defense. And a foul there by Jackson, and it looks like she is going to see yellow also. Dunn. At the 18, step over, laying it off. First time shot right at Betos from Del Rio.
Which is, I think, a good move, a good defensive move.
Io turning, space now for the shot. Blocked though, might have been handled by Estelle Johnson, but will continue. Io gets a second one to the top of the 18. Long, looking for an angle, being forced to go right. Camo, chip towards the 6 and just a step away from finding Io as Weiss comes off her line to make the play. Center now for Salem. A little bit of keep away as it goes for Dunn. Dunn turns though, Dunn in the box, one-on-one. Dunn shot, and a great save from Betos. And here we go. For the first time since August 24th, 2013, Tiffany Weimer's on. And it'll be Amanda DaCosta, the scorer of the first goal, making way. So a big moment for Weimer coming on against her former club. Now Long, trying to shake Nairn, goes right for Io. Back now for Long. She'll rip it first time, deflected, cleared by Oyster, and then the job finished by Catherine Reynolds. Stolen by Jackson off of Nairn's foot. Now in the middle for Long. Counter is on. Long in the box, goes down right at the edge. What is the call? There is no call, and Io will rip it wide. Allie Long still down saying, where was my whistle there?
Right. I actually thought it was pretty good contact. Did knock her off the ball a little bit, but I think that was a good no call.
Allie Long directing the runs here, yelling at her teammates. Into stoppage time now. Long serve in, directly on goal. Weiss gets a piece of it. Singer fighting for it, kept alive by Farley for Portland. Van Hollenbeck crosses, blocked by Salem, kept alive, knocked forward. Jackson trying to get on the end of it, and a big-time header from Christine Nairn to knock it out for a corner. Even Betos is forward for this one. Corner in. Goes off a couple of bodies. Loose at the top of the 18. Low shot blocked. Betos diving for it. She can't get on it. Long shot from Minguson. Deflected again. And Alice Singer just knocked this one long, and it doesn't matter. For the first time in franchise history, the Washington Spirit defeat the Portland Thorns 2-1.
What I mean, this actually was, besides the lull in like the middle of the second half where everything kind of settled down a little bit, it was high action. There were some good chances for both teams, but you know, fortunately for the Spirit, they came away with a 2-1 win, the first one in franchise history against the Thorns.
What can you say about Crystal Dunn, third game-winning goal of the year?
We only said her name tonight, you know, going forward, really. She had a great night putting a ball in the back of the net. Wasn't probably her best goal of the season, but maybe it was because of her hard work. You know, she just sniffed out a bad touch from Betos, took it off of her foot, and put it into the back of the net.